Hey guys, I'm Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping. Thank you for so much for being here. And for those that came last week that I offered to, because I did a video instead of, pre-recorded video instead, instead of live, I made this card. See if you can see it. Yes. Isn't this cute? This turtle, whoops, with the banjo. I'm backwards. With the banjo. It's so cute. So two of you commented. So Pat's gonna do the drawing on that. But I also wanted to offer for those of you that can't make it live, I am going to try something new to get so you can earn or get not earn to get a card that I make. And it's going to be where you do a comment here and on my blog. You have to do both to get the free card. And when I pick your name the following week, then I'll let you know who won, and I will try to send you an info on who won so I can mail it to you. I just thought it'd be a great way to get you guys to go to both. I'm hoping it's worth it. And today we're going to be doing a card that I am also giving you a little more sneak peek to my Besties Club. So this month you get 2 peeks. That's a lot. I don't usually show. So, all right, let's get started. I'm going to turn you around and lower you down just a little bit. There we go. I got my things right there to keep me. So I'm in your keep me in the camera. That's what I was going to say. All right. So let me show you once more this card. This was from last week. I did so Kathleen, which she's new. So hopefully she's watching this and that she gets her information to me. But this is what I made. I did it on a recorded video because I thought I might get called for jury duty, and I was. So it was a good thing that I pre-recorded because it would have been hard to get it in here otherwise. All right, so we're going to be using Turtley Awesome again. And first, let me say hi to Valerie and Lola and Pat. Hey, girls. And this is what we're using for the Besties Club in June. So you have until May 20th to let me know whether or not you want to join the Besties Club. So on my blog is a little link to take you to the Besties to where you can see what is offered. It is a really great deal. All right, so we're going to get started. So this means I have to make twice as many cards. So I'm hoping you guys will like that. All right. So we're starting off with Summer Splash, and it is 8.5 by 5.5. And this is I'm going to place it in here first. And let me get my little cheat sheet out. Oh, also I want to show you for this month, you get this, not PDF, but the chart that says how to do this. So, and also I walk you through on how to do the layers. But I'm going to look at that right now so that I don't do it wrong. So you're going to put it over at a 1 1/8, and you're going to bring in your cutter part, and you're going to start. I have to stand up at 1 1/2, and you're going to go down to 7. And then you're going to flip it over. So much easier to do it if you do it on this side. Okay, 1 1/8. And since I'm already at the 7, I'll start there and go up to 1 1/2. Okay, so now we just need to score. And I'm going to place this at 4 1/4. Get this out of the way, bring in my score. And I'm just going to score at the top to that line and then come down And what's great about our cutters is that they have these little marks here, so I can line them up with my marks here and go down. All right, so that is the middle part. Then I need to open this. Whoops, I am so sorry. I'm going to open this up and go to 6 3/8, which I'm pretty sure is right at this line right here. It's close enough. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing where I got to stand up again. Whoa, I almost cut it. See, that's so bad. Go up and down. All right, and then we're going to place it at, let's see, I want to make sure I'm doing this right again. That. Then we have to do, this is, okay, just making sure I get this right. All right, then we're going to place it in here at 1 1/8 again and do the, that was 1 1/8. 1 1/8. Making sure. Do the score line here on both ends. And it really, see, I didn't go all the way right. So we're going to make that. It's okay. I will make sure I connect those. And 1 1/8. Oh, you know what? I think it's 1 1/2. 1 1/2. Okay, 1 1/2. It was 1 1/8 going the other way. All right, and then I'm just gonna do this here, because I'll tell you what I did earlier, and hopefully you'll laugh and think it's funny. Okay, so we got that. Don't worry about this because, I mean, it's got a score there, but the last time I did this, when I made my card, I'm going to go ahead and show you it now. You've already seen the picture, but I did it on here, and if you can see on the back, oh, yeah, I did a score line in the wrong spot. So it's all okay because we're going to cover it with DSP. All right, and we have to go into 2 1/2 here and do a score between 2. I want to make sure 2 5/8 on this side because this is the side that's closest that we're going to fold. And then on this side, whoops, we're going to do 2 1/2. I know it seems like it's hard, but it really isn't. We're going to need my cutter again. Whoops. So this is the side that is going to be like the main side right here. And so we're just going to fold this, fold that, and fold that. All right. And then this, whoop. I know it seems weird, huh? Let me make sure I've got this right. Okay. Yes. So we're going to this. I'm just going to do this for just a second so I can get this folded right. Why does it seem like it's wrong? There. Okay, there. I've got it. We are going to line this up. Whoop. Now, if you join the Besties, this is not, there we go. You will not only get everything pre-cut for you, but I do this part for you too. So if you really, well, I don't know why that's doing that wrong. Okay, I have another one that I have ready. I'll show you what I did. Okay, to make it, this was the front. You fold it and, oh, that's what I was doing wrong. I was trying to fold it. Okay, I think I know what I did. I just cracked myself up. Okay. This, I just want to make sure that these folds right here are right. And this Let me see. Yes. God, I don't know. My brain is not working right now for that part. This is how it does fold where this is the front. Oh, okay. This is up, this is down. It's all good. You will have this to go by. Goodness. Okay, so this is what happens when I get online because I start to get a little flustered. All right. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Mary. All right. So then we have one is black at, whoops, I wrote it up here, 8 3/8 by 5 3/8. The DSP is 8 1/4 by 5 1/8. So these are the two that we need. I am going to go ahead and get out my cutter again. I know it seems like it's not this hard, seriously. All right. So we are going to put the black to the 1 inch on the side. We want the long part down first. You are going to use your cutter and go from 1 3/8 to 5 5/8. 5. Okay, I want to make sure I go to the 5 5/8. Okay, that doesn't seem right either. I think it is 7. 1 inch. Come on. It's sticking. There's something sticky. Oh, see, got something sticky right there. Okay. I think it's to 7. All right. And then 1 inch again from 7 to 1 and, did I say 3/8? Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to place this at 1 3/8 on this side. That's where I got this wrong. And I'm going to trim right between these two. I was reading the next step. So on my PDF, it's all going to be okay. All right, so we're going to just cut this off. This is what I thought of last night as I was going to bed, because when I first did it, I had to cut these separate, and then I thought, why not just cut it? Because then I have both ends ready. Makes much more sense. So now we're going to cut it at 4 1/8 right here. And the easiest way, is to come up because it doesn't bend. So this one goes to the right side, and then we're going to flip this over, and we are going to do it at 2 inches. So I got a little ahead of myself. All right. Then we have these two pieces left over, and we are going to cut these at 2 inches. You're not going to have too much left over, but we needed that to be done, and it's going to be so much easier doing it this way. All right, so to double check before we move on, we're going to make sure that this sits properly. And I didn't give it a lot of leeway because I think it's very striking. This color with black, so pretty. And then this side. Okay, so that's good. And then these two should fit right in here. Perfect. Yay. All right, then we have this. And you would use this for one of the middle ones, but I already have them cut. And they are 3 by 3 1/4. Then I have two that are 2 3/4 by 3 of white. All right, now we just have to do the DSP. And we're going to do pretty much the same thing, but we're going to place it in a different spot. Okay, so this DSP, like I said, is 8 1/4 by 5 1/8. We're going to place it at 3/4 on this side, and we are going to cut from 1 1/8 whoop, 1 1/8 to 4 3/8. Whoops, I went too far. It's still okay because I think that it was supposed to be 6 3/4, but I'm just going to come back to that because I'm going to do one side and then we'll do the other side. All right, so 3/4. I'm just going to go where I was before to 1 1/8. Like I said, everything's going to be okay on the other side. All right, so then we're going to put it at here and cut this out again. So we're going to put it at 3/4. And this time we're going to cut, well, it's so much easier to do it when this side. You see how hard it was to hold? Let's see, 1 1/8. I'm sorry, it was 1 1/8. And if you don't make it, you can always come in with your scissors and finish it, because it's so much easier sometimes just to snip that tiny spot than to go over. All right. So we have this extra piece. I'm just going to cut it off where I have it. I know I'm going to need to do more, but I just want to make sure that I don't go too far down. Okay. So now this part gets to be, I'm going to put it at 3 7/8 and then cut it. And let's go ahead and finish this part. We're going to put it at 3/4. 3/4. Go down 1 1/8. See, I was close. I just wasn't all the way there. 3/4. 1 1/8. Put this to 1 1/8 so we can cut off the rest. Now this is going to work out perfect because I need strips. All right, so we have that. Now we're going to do the opposite side because we've already done the left side. So now we're going to do the right side. And that gets cut at, let me make sure, 3 7/8. That doesn't seem right. Let me just measure on this side because I know that I wrote it down wrong. 1 3/4. 1 3/4. Okay. So now we have all these little strips that we're going to use on top of the black, and those are going to be at 1 3/4. All right. And yes, I have little scraps of paper in my little channel. Okay. So you only need 2 of those and 1 of these. I think I'm done cutting. Okay. So this was left over, so we can use it on another project. Here it is. So we're going to go ahead and put this on here and look. Perfect. All right, I am going to use glue because I think that will be easier. Whoop. So now some great things are happening Stampin' Up! Starting tomorrow. Now, I'm not sure if all of you know, but if you have not placed an order with Stampin' Up! Recently, you're going to want to go do that soon. Doesn't have to be a big order, but you need to opt into rewards because you now, instead of having to spend $150 to get any kind of reward, you now can get a reward at $20. I mean, that's phenomenal. So All you need to do is go in, say, yes, I want to participate, and then you get, um, oh, good thing I didn't put this on yet. Hold on. So on my first card, this is kind of funny. I cut the black wrong, and I didn't want it to show, or no, might have been, oh no, it was the DSP wrong. See, if you can tell, I have a cut. So I thought, I'm going to hide it because I don't want to redo it. So I just put this ribbon over, and then it was awesome because I really liked it. So I'm going to go ahead and put DSP around this because this DSP is so pretty. I wanted to use it anyway. So this is the new Shaded Spruce and Soft Sea Foam, and it's like braided on the side, and then on the other side is the Soft Sea Foam. So you get to choose which side you want to show. So since I'm not using Shaded Spruce on this, that's why I did the Soft Sea Foam, because this has Soft Sea Foam in it. So we're going to go ahead and just go with my mistake from before because I really liked it. And we're going to cut that. Hold on. Just going to get my scissors. Okay. Make sure that's straight before I put it on to the rest. Nope. It's always good to make sure it's straight and pulled tight just in case. Okay, now I'm going to just put some adhesive on here. I always like to go over my ribbon just to make sure it's not going anywhere. Whoop. Okay. So now I did get this idea from Annette Sullivan. It took me, I have so many scraps over here trying to do it the way her cheat sheet said, and I couldn't get it. So I made my own cheat sheet after I've just kind of figured I would go with, however I could figure it out. And mine I think makes a lot more sense. I think she was fine. I just think she might have missed one or two things that needed to be written down. But I really appreciate it because she really showed me how pretty this could be. All right. I just put a glue dot under this side because I don't like it to be flappy. All right. So now we can put this on here. Okay, so I was telling you about the double awards. So when you go to buy $20 worth, you'd normally get back 10%. And for the next 2 days, not today, but the next 2 days, you get back 20% instead of 10. Did I say 10 or 20? You normally get 10%, and now you'll get 20 for the next 2 days. Plus, next week is a signing. Like if you decide to join Stampin' Up, you get, I think, now don't quote me on this. It's on my blog. So if you really want to know, go there. But it's, I think, $165 worth of product to get, like, all you have to do is pay $99. And then you get all the perks, and you get to order early, all that good stuff. Just a thought. You do not have to stay. You can join as many times as you want and drop, and it's all good. They haven't closed that loophole. I just want to make sure this is sitting properly. Okay. All right, so we have those. Isn't that pretty already? All right, and then we have these two that I'm going to go ahead and put on. I'm just going to put on one. And then we'll do this one. So when I went to jury duty, I did get called in for a trial, but they chose all the jurors and only two got where the defense didn't want them. So I was kind of a little bummed that I didn't get chosen because it was very interesting. All right. So now before we start, we're going to go ahead and I think I have it going. Nope, it is this way. Put these on the middle and on the back because you can't really sign it on the front because you don't want your signature up there, right? You want it to be where people can't see and what you write is private. And then we'll turn it over and we'll put this one there too. Now there is white that's going to go on top of this. It's not going to be super pretty on the back side other than that middle part right there. Okay, so now we can stamp. And I want to make sure I'm going the right way. All right. So I'm going to use, of course, because I use Summer Splash for the base. Look at that, just how striking that is. I'm going to use it for my ink pad. And I am going to do, it's okay to take it slow because if you ask me, that's every day. No, it's not. I've started doing these exercises and where I do 100 squats a day. It was going awesome until the second day, or really, I've done this before and I was fine. It was great, but I got in so much pain this time because I waited too long in between when I went the last time. We have a two-story house with a basement. So it's really 3 sets of stairs. And Howie, my husband, would say, "Can you go do something?" And I just would look down those stairs and think, "Oh my God, I hurt so bad. Babe, can you go do it? Because it hurts." And so he'd have to go. Today is the first day that it's feeling better. So I will start again tomorrow. I just want to make sure that I don't over hurt myself. All right, so I'm using Summer Splash, and then there's one that's a little bit different, and that's the Shy Shamrock. So I'm going to do the turtle in the Summer Splash because it has more. And I'm going to do the dark first. My legs just get so weak because I'm stamping instead of, walking and doing stuff. So that's why I thought I'd do this so I could get my legs strong again. Plus, we took the winter off to play when we were playing pickleball. So we got to start that up again. Not going to forget the nails this time. So I'm kind of coloring it the same way I did the last time. If you watched last week, I'm just using different colors. And then going over with the light. Now, unless you're with the besties, I won't be doing these in class, This is something that's special, and normally I don't even show it. But I thought that it would be a good idea because a lot of you don't know what I do for the besties, and I wanted to show you. Well, I was supposed to do the inside a different color. Oh, well. Got carried away talking. But you get a bunch of DSP and embellishments and ribbon, and everything's cut and die cut for you. You get your own DSP so you can use that for your projects. It's a really good deal, I have to admit. All right, so I'm going to do dark shamrock, shy shamrock just here, and then it's just a more of a green. This one's more of a turquoise color. Just trying to have them not be the same. He is kind of monochromatic, isn't he? I'm going to go ahead and go back over it with the dark just on those spots to make it stand out a little bit more. All right. Let me bring in my mini machine and I will die cut that. And like I showed last week, these dies are so cute. This one doesn't do it, but the other one made it to where you could put things in his hand and it was just super cute. All right. I think that's good. I don't have another one of these cut, so I got to make it right this time. Okay. We're going to say that's good. Yes, please subscribe. I work so hard. And I would really love it if you guys would subscribe and like, and, you know, hit the bell, all those things that everybody tells you to do. I just hate to bug everybody, so I don't usually ask. All right, so we have that. Now, I'm going to do something fun. Let's put this ahead. I'll go ahead and put this on, and then I'll show you. I forgot I had these until yesterday when I was making this card, or Monday, and I was super excited that I found them and that it still is there. All right, so if you are a bestie, you would also get one of these. They're called Wiggles, I think. And you put this on. It has adhesive on the back. But since he's on his back, I thought this would be so much fun to do this. All right. You take off this adhesive, if I can get it. There we go. And it still lays flat, so it doesn't matter, like if you don't want things too bulky. So we have it like that, and then look. It's perfect for this turtle, don't you think? And see how it still can fold flat. If you want, you could always pop that out to be on the front when you mail it so that they know. And then when they open it, it's still going to be there. All right, now we're going to do the back side. Make sure I got that. All right. So I'm going to say on the back, sweet friend in Summer Splash again. And then I am going to do a little bit different. Let me bring in my pad. Hold on one second. I am going to cover this whole thing except for the bottom. Let's make sure it's lined up. Because I'll tell you in a minute what I want. So I'm going to do a bird, and I thought that it would look silly if there was nothing on the bottom. So I'm going to take the marker, and I think that looks about straight. And I'm going to put the brush end into the lid and then flick it down, and it's going to make some splatter. Take this off. That's just on the bottom, so it doesn't distract from the rest. Let's move this. Oh, I got some black on there. All right. Nope, I'm not. I'm just we'll sponge it with something. All right. Put this here. I got my fingers in it or something. Put the birdies. And a flower. I am going, excuse my reach. I am going to color these with, I wanted just to bring some red in, even though there's no other red on this card. But I thought it was really pretty. I have a little red flower. And I'm using Daffodil Delight Dark for the middle. Bring in the marker and just make some dots on the flower so it looks pretty. And then I'm going to use Summer Splash again for the leaves. And I know that it's not super green, but I think it's pretty. So I'm going to use it. Okay, and then do it on the birds too. And then I'll put this on the back. All right. I don't know what I can do. I'm just going to trim it to get that off. It'll just be up. So what I'm going to do is just do 1/8 of an inch here, and then I'll do 1/8 of an inch on this side. So it looks like it's at least the same on all sides. There. Would you even know I did it? No. All right. Oh, and then that looks cute. Even less room to write. Ugh. You could decorate the outside, but I was just worried about wasting more of my DSP because it's, precious. But we have it like that. Now we just need to add our bling. You just want to make sure wherever you put it that once it's closed, it's not behind like where it folds, because then it will make dents and it won't look pretty once it's open. So you just got to keep that in mind, and then you could put them anywhere. So I'm going to use a big, come on, there we go. Oh, you know what? Nope, that was right. I thought I had it upside down, but I didn't. There we go. These are so pretty in person. They're gorgeous. All right. There. I'm going to put a big turquoise one that looks like this color, doesn't it? Look at it, it's almost matchy-matchy. All right, and then I'm going to do one big one over here. And I know it's not an odd number, but I didn't know where else to put it. All right. So what do you think? So I will be giving out this PDF with the instructions on here, and these are right. I just probably was a little flustered, but you guys will be able to watch this and kind of see how it goes. But when I went to fold it, I was trying to do it this way to this, and it's not going to meet. These two right here meet to this edge. So that's what you have to do. I just was, once you're live, it's like, oh, but hope you guys like that. So remember, let me flip you up. We're going to do a drawing now, and then we're going to do another one where I'm going to give another one of these away. So you just have to add a comment between now and next week, next Thursday, and on my blog. So you have to do both to get this. It's not like it's super hard, and it does take maybe 10 minutes of your time, not even that. All right, I hope that that's worth it. And let's see if Pat has done thank you, Valerie, if Pat has done the drawing yet, and we will see who won today. So, and remember, Catherine, I think it's Catherine or Kathleen. It's up higher. Oh, let's see. Kathleen. Sorry. I had a cat named Kathleen because we had a neighbor named Kathleen. I should have remembered that. So, remember, Kathleen, to let me know so I can mail this to you. So hopefully you're watching. All right. So, next week I'll do something that's not in this stamp set, and we'll see what else I can come up with because I've got all kinds of new things to play with. All right. Thank you, Pat, for telling everybody about the thumbs up, and we just have to see who won today. I'm looking over there to see. I'm tired and sore, but hopefully you guys are all doing well. It's starting to get warm, and we will be going outside soon. All right, the winner is Lola. Yay, Lola. All right, so we will see you next week, and hopefully I'll be getting a lot of your comments, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.